You didn't ask for this pain. You just wanted to be okay, to feel whole again. What if your pain isn't punishment, but preparation? God doesn't waste pain. He turns your wounds into wisdom, and your story into strength. Job lost everything: family, health, reputation. But his pain became the very stage where God's power was revealed. And in the end, Job received double for all he had lost. If you've been wondering why it had to happen, these 4 signs might help you see the purpose. The first sign: God starts building strength in you, right in the silence. It's those quiet moments no one else sees. When your pillow is soaked in tears, and heaven feels silent. You're praying, but nothing's changing. You're hurting, but no one seems to notice. But here's the truth. God is not ignoring you. He's shaping you. The silence isn't a punishment. It's a place of preparation. Some of the strongest people you know were built in seasons like this, when nothing made sense, but they held on anyway. And you're one of them. You're not weak because you're tired. You're strong because you're still standing. 2 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 10 says, "When I am weak, then I am strong." That's why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong. That season you thought was pointless? It's where your strength was born. The second sign: God separates you from what was holding you back. Sometimes it's not the pain itself that hurts the most. It's what you had to let go of because of it. You lost people. You lost places. You lost parts of yourself you thought you needed. But here's what you didn't realize then. God was pruning you, not punishing you. He allowed the separation because where He's taking you, not everyone can go. And yes, it's lonely. But the silence after separation? That's where you start hearing God more clearly. John chapter 15 verse 2 says, "He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, and every branch that does bear fruit He prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful." You thought it was the end of a chapter, but God was actually removing the weight so you could rise higher. The third sign: God begins revealing what's really inside you. Pain has a way of showing you parts of yourself you didn't know were there. Not the fake smile, not the strong front, but the real you. The one who still stands, even when everything feels broken. Before all this, maybe you thought you were weak. But look at you now. Still breathing, still believing, still getting back up. And that's what God wanted to show you. There's a kind of strength in you that only pain could bring out. A kind of fire that only shows up when everything else falls apart. Remember Joseph? He was thrown in a pit, sold by his own brothers. But through the pain, he became a ruler who saved a nation. Romans chapter 5 verses 3 and 4 say, "We also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character. And character, hope." The pain didn't just hurt you. It introduced you to the stronger version of you God always saw. You may not even notice it at first, but this next sign, the fourth sign, is powerful. When God uses your pain for purpose, He also gives you peace they can't steal. At first, all you can feel is the hurt. You cry. You question. And sometimes you can't even pray. But then, slowly, a quiet shift begins. You're still healing, but you're not angry anymore. You're not obsessing over revenge. You're not replaying what they did. Because deep inside, peace starts rising. It's not because they apologized. They didn't. It's not because the situation changed. It hasn't. It's because God stepped in and started guarding your heart in a way no one else could. Hannah wept bitterly for years, mocked for being barren. But when she poured out her pain to God, peace came, even before the miracle did. 1 Samuel chapter 1 verse 18 says, "Her face was no longer downcast." That's what God does. He gives you peace before the answer, and strength before the change. Not because the pain is over, but because He's already using it for something greater. So if you've been walking through pain and wondering if any of it has a purpose, just look at the signs. God doesn't waste your tears. He doesn't ignore your silence. He doesn't overlook your story. You may feel broken now, but God is already holding the pieces, shaping something greater than you imagined. The pain didn't win. God's purpose is still unfolding, and it's more beautiful than the battle. If this message spoke to you, don't scroll. Type Amen in the comments, and share this with someone who needs to know their pain has a purpose. One day, you'll look back and realize the pain was the path to your purpose.